Hey everybody, Perfect 420 here, doing a little pre-shoot bowl. So we're going to start in the kitchen because this is really where, your compost comes from. You know, like rotting vegetables in the back of the fridge that you forgot about? It's worm food. So here I have this was a gallon mayonnaise container from a restaurant. I just taped it up to keep the light out because it'll mold. Threw a bunch of whole stuff in there today. It's a whole bunch of like banana peels and grapes and some other stuff in there. Avocado, apple, coffee grounds. Coffee grounds are pretty acidic, so I put oyster shell flour and a little bit of crab meal or crustacean meal in my earthworm farm. Help keep the bug population in check too. So when that gets full, I just take it over to my grow room and give it to the worms. I also have a little note on top because I have a lot of people coming over in and out, hippie bed and breakfast. And then in this container I put all the citrus, onion peels, garlic peels. Like this orange here, if you have a wooden cutting board, you could take an orange, cut it in half. Like that. And then the citrus oil treats and protects your wooden cutting board. Also helps disinfect it, preserve it. Anyways, I'll do that later. But so we were talking about earthworms needing minerals. People need minerals too. I use pink salt. You can also any salt that isn't white is real salt. White salt that has iodine added to it is not salt. It's been completely bleached and devoid of everything. That's why they had to add iodine back into it, or else you'll develop gastrointestinal problems. We'll save that for later. Let's go to the earthworm farm. So I opened this up a little bit ago so they would run away. There's one right here. So, like I posted, earthworms don't actually eat anything. Bacteria and fungi and the mites, and pretty much everybody does all the work for the earthworm just so he can eat, or she. I guess they're unisex since they lay eggs. So anyways, this is just whole food, leaves, banana peels, eggshells. I didn't put them in the oven. I know a lot of people put them in the oven or dry them out before, but I've never noticed any issues by just throwing them in raw. In fact, if anything, I get more bugs and earthworms all over them when you get down to the lower trays. There's a whole bunch right there. Get in there. Anyways, so this is pretty much finished. There's some larger items and some eggshells and stuff. You can see all those mites. It is literally alive. And it's pretty awesome. Look at all that brown that you can see is mites. You know, when I moved out here to California, everyone was telling me I need to keep a sterile grow room and I need to do this and I need to do that. And personally, I think keeping a sterile grow room is why I had such a bad spider mite infestation in my last place. It's because there was nothing there to protect the plant from the spider mites when they did get in. There's a few white ones around here crawling. You know what I mean? Like, I've probably got spider mites around here. But they're not on my plants. And that's what counts. Yeah, there's some bugs. Yeah, it's like any relationship, you gotta establish boundaries. There's some whole corn, a lot of worms. The corn's actually sprouting, which is pretty cool. So when I throw that in my soil, I'll have corn sprouts. Live enzymes being made for me. I guess I need to clean these out in a couple days. Add the stuff from the kitchen that you saw. So in there, I take like a teaspoon, and I'll just grab just about everything here and do a teaspoon of gypsum, oyster shell flour, kelp meal. That's soap nut powder, not that.